Well, the time is here. I am leaving the blue bubble cult. I'm switching from Apple to Android, baby. I am ready to upgrade my iPhone 12 mini. I've had it for 4.5 years. And folks, I am not getting a new iPhone. That's right, the new iPhones are so boring. The Android website says, switch to a phone that feels like you. Your favorite apps, photos, chats, and more come too. But just how easy can that be? I've had an iPhone for the last decade, so stick around and we're gonna see if we can prove it. I would consider having an iPhone to be a little bit culty because the exit costs of moving from iPhone to Android are pretty high socially when all of your friends and family are iPhone users. There is so much stigma that we have internalized as blue bubble havers towards green bubbles. Last year I thought about making the switch. I really wanted a hot pink Razr phone and I was so close to doing it, and then I had a stress dream about switching to Android and the absolute mess that it would be, and that stress dream was enough to convince me not to do it. Well, that all changes today. I am going to transfer my data from this iPhone to a Swarovski Razr phone. So step one, unfortunately, is breaking the news to my friends and family. I'm gonna switch from iPhone to Android.
We're probably never gonna speak again. Android to Apple technology is not the best. As somebody whose husband has an Android, I'm telling you, you're going to ruin our family message, okay? Every time we've tried to put him in, things go terribly wrong. It makes 15 different messages between the family. You're getting a message that was sent at 9 o'clock at 11:47 and you're confused because you got the message in another group. We put him in 5 minutes later, we remove him. And now you're about to do the exact same thing to the family message, so be prepared. We're going to continue to have our iMessage and you're just not going to be a part of it.
That's so rude.
It's probably the reality.
So to prepare for this switch, I went to my iCloud privacy settings and I requested that Apple send my iCloud photo and video data to my Google Photos account. It's gonna take 3 to 7 days, so I won't have those pictures and videos immediately when I transfer the data from my phone, but they'll be coming soon. It's time to transfer all of the local data from my old iPhone to my new device. It took about 10 minutes via the Android Switch app over the phone-to-phone Wi-Fi. In order to transfer the data and get my iPhone apps to go over to the Android, I need to connect them via cable. I, in fact, do not have a Lightning to USB-C cable, and I tried to get creative. I figured I can probably use a dongle. No, didn't work. I am either going to have to painstakingly re-download all of my apps or do the manual transfer at another time. There are a few things that I'm a bit worried about or that are high priority for me. I have so many notes in my iPhone. Outside of work, I'm a musician and I keep a lot of my set lists and ideas for songs and albums and track listings and content in my notes app. I have a lot of random ideas saved in my voice memos and I need those in my hand on my phone. I also need to look into switching any paid iPhone apps I have to Android. The Android website tells me to contact the app developer about making those switches happen. And on a personal note, I probably could have picked a better week to switch my whole entire life over from my iPhone to this Android. Yeah, that's right. It's a very busy week for me. I'm putting out my debut EP called Snake Oil at the end of this week, and I am producing and playing in a very large scale production release party show this weekend. I really am crossing my fingers and hoping and praying that Android did not sell me its own kind of snake oil in the form of a sparkly blue flip phone. It's been about a week since I switched to the Android phone, and yes, your eyes aren't playing a trick on you. I did get a haircut and color, and you know, I wasn't necessarily expecting this switch to be completely seamless, but oh my gosh, has it been annoying. The Android website says switch to a phone that feels like you. And I tell you what, after using this Razr phone for about a week, it does feel like me. I love this front screen display that always shows me what phase the moon is in, and using the camcorder style feature. This is so fun, but I tell you what, that's where the fun with this phone this week ends. Socially, it has been a bit of a waking nightmare, switching from iPhone to Android. My D&D group chat shattered into several different planes of existence. On my phone, that group chat splintered off into 4 different threads, each with a different message history. In one thread, I made a joke about a crystal ball, but in another thread, iPhone users were reacting to that joke, which wasn't in the history of the thread on my phone that they were responding to. What? And on other people's phones, the group chat splintered off into as many as 5 separate threads. Not one single group chat thread between all of our phones had the same message history in it. As for my chats coming over with me in the switch from iPhone to Android, what a joke. I tried 3 times to get my text messages over to Android, and on the 3rd attempt, I thought that I'd finally done it, but whenever I opened up my messaging app, oh boy, I found a message log full of hundreds, maybe thousands of messages marked not available, and the messages are all date stamped. December 31st, 1969. What are you doing, Android phone? What are you doing? Now, let's go back to the Android website. It says that when you switch, your favorite apps come over too. My favorite apps are Voice Memos and Notes. Now, my Voice Memos did transfer over to the Android phone in full. They showed up in the audio section of my Google Files, but they were missing one key component of the file: the file name. Also, your notes do not transfer over from the iPhone to the Motorola Razr. Yay! In order to get my notes onto my Android, I had to download Google Keep onto my iPhone and then go into my Notes app, and individually for 17 minutes, I exported my Apple Notes and sent them to Google Keep. And yeah, my non-Apple specific apps did transfer over pretty seamlessly. I've got my astrology app. That premium subscription actually did show up. Another one of my favorite apps that I pay a premium subscription for is Guitar Tuna, and I just renewed that subscription last month. Whenever I went to open up Guitar Tuna on the Android, it made me sign up for a free trial on the Google Play Store before I could even get into the app and relink the app on my Razr to my subscription via the App Store. And as for transferring my photos and videos from my iPhone and iCloud, the Apple data request website said that it would take anywhere from 3 to 7 days to get those across. It's been 9 days. Now, some of the photos from my iCloud have started showing up in Google Photos just this morning. But one key component of those photos and that data is missing: the date that the photos were taken originally. Yeah, all of the photos are coming in as taken on today. And let me tell you what, this photo of me in grad school with a pixie cut was not taken in 2025. I had that show over the weekend. I took photos and videos of the other bands. I'm trying to look those up and I cannot find them because several hundred to 1,000 photos have been imported this morning, and I can just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and I'm never gonna get to the photos that I took this weekend. Being the lone Android fishy in my personal sea of friends and family who all have iPhones feels really isolating. I think there's a world in which I could get comfortable with this phone, or I could get comfortable in Android and feel really good about it, but I don't know if I want to sit through this discomfort long enough to get there. I do feel an urge to go back to my iPhone because it's safe and it's comfortable and my D&D group chat will work in it. Have you switched from iPhone to Android? Did it go well? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What worked? What didn't? Please let me know in the comments. I'm really, truly curious. And I'll see you next time there's something for me to prove.